Hey, and welcome to Fun Swedish! Valborg, one of the biggest Swedish celebrations, celebrated den 30 april. The longer version of Valborg is really Valborgsmässoafton, but it's just easier to say Valborg. Swedes love it, and they have been a little bit depressed now that it was cancelled due to COVID. So that is why today in this video we're going to take you to a virtual Valborg celebration so that you know how it would feel to be part of a Valborg, hopefully for next year. So let's take a look of a typical Valborg with a typical Swedish family. Everything starts at home in the morning. You wake up and think, yes, today is Valborg, I can stay home, but no. Valborg is actually not a red day, det är en halvdag, so you need to go to work or to school anyways. But you will probably go home early, that's at least what most Swedes do anyway. Valborg really starts in the afternoon. You're at home, checking out which Valborg celebration you're gonna attend to. There is normally one in every neighborhood, walking distance from home. But the decision is not that simple. The kids want to go to the one where the friends are. And Grandpa, he wants to go to the one that has the best fika and the best varmkorvar. And the parents, they want the easy option, the one that is the closest. And the teenagers just want to go somewhere where they can party away from their parents. And after Googling and discussing for a couple of hours, you finally agree on where to go. Then you check out what time they will tända brasan, which means light the bonfire. The main attraction of any Valborg celebration is the majbrasa, the May bonfire. But we will talk more about it later in this story. Let's continue. And once you have decided where to go, here you can see all kinds of personalities. They are the ones who want to arrive as early as possible because they don't want to risk missing anything and want to guarantee a good spot where they can see the whole thing, basically how the bonfire is lit. And then you have the ones who prefer to arrive in the last minute, when the bonfire is about to be lit, so you don't have to be standing there in the cold, freezing and waiting for hours. And when you finally agree on where to go and when to go, then you can start getting prepared. Swedish teenagers will wear the best outfit, even if it means that they will be freezing the whole night long because they didn't wear the jacket their parents told them to wear, risking getting a cold the day after. While Grandpa, on the other hand, knows what's up. After having experienced many cold Valborgs, he gets dressed like if it were in the middle of the winter, with a scarf, gloves and a beanie. And once everyone is ready to go and you leave the house, you start meeting all your neighbors on the way there. Everyone is going to the same place at the same time. It feels almost like a procession. And once you get there, you normally see the following things. A little stage with some sound equipment. A little fair with some stands selling all kinds of things, from fika and goodies to lottery tickets and hot dogs. And in the middle of it all, a huge pile of wood, made mostly of dry twigs and branches, that the whole neighborhood has been collecting for the last couple of weeks. And as soon as you arrive, everyone in the family immediately separates. The kids makes the parents buy them some candy, and then they see their friends from school and start running around with them high on sugar. And Grandpa, who had coffee 10 minutes ago at home, just has to go and buy coffee and a kanelbulle. And the parents find a neighbor to talk to, while keeping an eye on their little kids high on sugar. The teenagers, they say that everything is lame and they go away to find a spot where the other teenagers are and where the adults can't see them. But in the end, what everyone is really doing is waiting for the main event. The main event usually happens around 8, when most people have arrived. It starts with a fackeltåg. A fackla is a torch, and the fackeltåg is almost like a procession. composed mainly of kids and their parents, doing a long walk carrying torches, with the final destination being the pile of wood in the center. Once the fackeltåg arrives, they light the bonfire and everyone gathers around it. Even the teenagers show up again. Everyone stands around and enjoys the cozy feeling of the fire and the community. The idea behind this fire comes from old pagan rituals mixed with some farmer practices. Back in the old days, the Swedes used this bonfire to scare away the dark spirits and the witches. It was also a common practice among farmers to light up a bonfire during this time of the year. The fire would scare away wolves and foxes, protecting the farm animals. But Valborg has also a more symbolic purpose. By burning the old, we welcome the new. We say goodbye to the winter, to the darkness, and to the old. And we welcome the spring, the light, and the new. The name of the main event is majbrasa, and everyone talks about this brasa. Brasa is the Swedish word for bonfire, but we actually have two other words for fire. Eld, that is just fire as an element, and then we have another word which is brand, which is another type of fire. A fire that is dangerous and out of control. But anyways, if you happen to fly over Sweden during Valborg, then you're gonna see that the whole country is on fire. There are majbrasor all over the place. Thousands of these events, but all of them has someone from the brandkåren, of course, which is the fire brigade, just for safety reasons. And by the end of the main event, while the fire is still on, you might hear someone doing a sound check. 1, 2, 3, testa. And having some problems with the mic. A classic. And the reason why they're doing this testing is because soon the choir will sing some traditional Valborg sånger. All the Valborg hits, such as Vintern rasat ut bland våra fjällar, or songs like Sköna maj, välkommen. And if there's enough budget in your kommun, your municipality, your town, then you might be handed out ett sånghäfte, a program with the songs that will be sung and the lyrics so you can sing along. A great opportunity to learn some Swedish. The choir normally consists of either university students with their sailor hats on, or the local pensionärsföreningen where your granddad goes every Wednesday. After the singing, some people start heading home because it's getting very cold now. But the teenagers' night is only beginning. Valborg is famous for being a heavy party night for teenagers and students. Teenagers might get their first drink and the first kiss tonight. And this party culture during Valborg is especially strong if you go to the city of Uppsala. Uppsala is a big student city, famous for the wild Valborg party extravaganza, with lots of drinking involved, like this guy is talking about.
Ja, det är väl det bästa som finns med Valborg, att få supa sig riktigt jävla redlös.
But all in all, Valborg is just one of the celebrations that you can't miss because it's so important for the Swedish people. People get extremely social and Swedes from all generations get together. So, that was it for today's video. Don't forget to put a like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Vi ses nästa vecka. Hej då!